My next point is about covert incest, because as we see a lot of that today.
About what, COVID, sorry?
Covert.
I was following me everywhere. Covert, what, TikTok?
No, covert. No, not the TikTok challenge dance. Yeah.
Covert is like subtle, like.
Yeah, subtle incest.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what incest is, right?
Yeah, but
I'm thinking about the right thing, incest, right?
Yeah, like incest when family members.
Oh yeah, right. I was just making sure I said it and looked wrong.
Right. Okay. Right. Yeah, but this covert incest basically is just, or subtle incest is just a woman, for example, like a single mom, right, where she calls her son her king, etc., and she depends on her son emotionally. She's emotionally attached to her son, where in fact she should be seeking that emotional attachment from like a dating partner rather than her son. And she sort of thinks like that no one's good for him, or the father, the single dad who's like, no one's good for my daughter, that kind of stuff, overprotective, right? So in today's day and age, because you lot mentioned your relationships and the dynamics that happen in it sometimes, you mentioned that the guy not pulling his own weight kind of thing, and then he's trying to get you to stop doing essentially what's bringing the money in the relationship, right? What's your take on men that want to be baby, they want their girlfriends to be their mothers kind of thing? What's your take?
Basically, they want you to be their mum.
Me to be a man.
Their mum.
A man's mum. No, a man's
like
mum.
to
Sorry.
mother them, yeah.
Do you know what? Like with my ex-boyfriend, I feel like I mothered him a lot. Like to the point, it's little things like running a bath, cooking dinner. Like I said, but then like cooking your partner dinner, it's not an issue. Don't get it twisted. But when it's like, oh yeah, do everything. I am not your mother. It is very true. Like, and for him and his mother's connection, his mum used to do the same thing for him. Like he'll be like, mum, make me breakfast. She'll do it. Mum, make me lunch. She'll do it. Like that's just how he is. And I've got a son. I haven't got another kid, just one. I call it one and done. I've got my beautiful son, more than enough, do you know what I mean? So for me to be getting a partner, I don't need to be sitting there being his mother. I'm not a mother to two, I'm a mother to one. I don't mind looking after you, being there for you, do you know what I mean? It's like I said, you've got to be on the same level, 50-50. Give me something, I give you something back. Like, it's just not all about, oh yeah, you lie in bed, while I cook for you, I clean for you, I wash your clothes, I make you dinner. You're a grown man at your big age, go get a job, go work, you know. Sometimes you might be hungry, you might be tired. I'll make dinner.
Wait, he didn't have a job?
Like I said.
Oh, okay, fair enough. We're not going to talk about them ones there. Yeah. All right, cool.
Self-employed.
Self-employment, yeah. Okay, what about you? 4 years relationship.
You know what? I feel like we do a lot of things for each other. Like he could run me a bath, I could run him a bath. He'll cook sometimes. Obviously, more time I would prefer to cook.
What's his background? If you don't mind me asking.
He is Jamaican and he's got like a quarter English.
That's good. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah. And I'm Jamaican as well, so it's like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that nice.
Yeah.
Really, men come correct like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
so Hannah, it's up to you now.
Yeah, like you said, men don't come correct like that. It's because of the way they were brought up.
Imagine.
No, honestly.
It's true.
Yeah, you speak the truth. Do you know what I mean? It's when their mum treat their children or their sons, for example, a certain way and do everything for them and treat him like a king, like she's serving him. He then expects that from a future partner.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? So they're already setting this high bar that we're not going to be able to meet. We can, in terms of like the basics, the cooking, the cleaning, the looking after you, giving you affection and stuff like that. But she just gives him a whole nother, I don't know, like for example, with my ex, his mum just worshipped him. Do you know what I mean? Like to a point where that's then what he wanted. He wanted to be worshipped and idolized and whatever, like his mum did to him. That's something I couldn't give him. Do you know what I mean? Like we're both equal people. Like you're a man, I'm a woman and stuff like that. Yeah, you have your duties, like traditional duties, and I have my traditional duties. But no one is better than the other. So do you know what I mean? I felt like I was just always taking from myself to just make him happy and keep trying to like. Do you know what I mean?
Yourself,
I felt like a slave. I felt like a slave to a king.
Yeah, it's true.
instead of a wife
And
to a
even
husband.
like when you're working, and then obviously like me, I'm a single parent. So when it gets to me working 2 jobs, to then me doing a school run, then me looking after my son, cleaning, cooking.
Oh,
everything
that was
else
in
like
the
that.
relationship.
Before in my relationship, I only had 1 job, not 2 back then. So obviously, when I was doing that, you know, it was a lot. But now having 2 jobs and a son, being a single parent, like, where am I gonna find time to cook for this man and rub his feet and run his bath? And obviously, like I said, if I do get in a relationship in the future, obviously, yeah, I don't mind in my free time. Yeah, I will do these things for you. But as it goes for me running around like a mad woman every day, not even enough hours in a day, as it comes to go home and cook me dinner and all these things, no. I will, yeah, but no, I won't look after you like you're my child.
So hypothetically speaking, right? If you were to meet a guy, and let's say he said, "Babe, don't worry about your job. I got you," kind of thing.
No,
I want
it's
you to be a
happened before.
stay-at-home.
No, I don't need to rely on no man in my life. I never have, and I never will. Do you know what I mean? My mum's always shown me how to stand on my own 2 feet, and I moved out my mum's house at the age of 16. So from a young age, I've had to grow up quick. And I've never in my life ever needed to rely on a man. So I don't see why I've come this far to then go, oh yeah, I'll stop what I'm doing, I'll stop my income and just rely on this man. When a man walks out tomorrow, what am I going to be left with? A cardboard box? Nah, hun. My life is still revolving the same way, if not better,
But
when he's gone.
doesn't that mean then you're always approaching relationship kind of suspiciously in terms of the like
No, not
if
necessarily.
fair conditions?
Not necessarily. Like, I hear some guys say, oh yeah, in some relationships, the guy will say, yeah, you stay at home, look after our child, I'll go out and get our money. That's fine. Each relationship works different. But me, I'm a go-getter. I don't need to... Obviously, my son, he goes to school like that, so in them hours, I'll be working. Or say like I've got my little one and I've got work, I'll take him to mum's, for instance. Like things like that. But as like, there's just, it just couldn't work.
I feel like you just need to find someone that matches your ambition.
And that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And I feel like until I meet that person, that's when I'll cross that path. But I feel like for right now, I'm happy to, go on dates. I've been dating. I went on a date last Friday, for instance. It was lovely. So cute. Lovely. Love him. Proper love him. Yeah, it was good. But...
You love him already?
She loved
She loved the experience, the free food,
this is the thing, like, it'll be
free
so
food,
good.
free drinks.
I could not say I didn't get one ick, one red flag, not texting the girls, I need to leave here, call me, say there's an emergency. I didn't have to do that for once. And that's what's scaring me. It was like too good to be true. Do you know what I mean?
If it's
So
too good to
then
be
that
true,
means
it
it's just-
usually is.
It usually is, babe. And I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the text. Oh yeah, it's Thingy's girlfriend. No, hun, not round here. Just waiting on it. No.
Yeah, but then look, because you guys are putting valid points, but you're approaching relationships like in a scarcity like mindset. You're very suspicious of the man.
Oh, but that's how you've got to be. That's how you've got to be, because if not, your heart's gonna get broken, baby girl. Like you have to have your guard up and have to have your suspicions, because, like I said, it's a cruel world out here. Like, if you're dating someone and if you're gonna be with them, you've got to, find out every last detail about that person. You don't just get in a relationship in order to just be with them for a couple months and leave them. If I was going to get in a relationship again, the next person that I'm in a relationship with, I would be looking to marry them. I'm not here just wasting my time. Another 8 years, to do what?
Yeah, but that's why Eric mentioned you talk about outcomes, desired outcomes when you date and everything else. You mentioned those things rather than just going with the flow.
Yeah, but you need to be ready to talk about them big things that... Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like, obviously, maybe if you're seeing someone for 7-8 months, then, it's got to the point of you're just at the talking stage, but you want to go further. Maybe you can address, like, how we're going to do this. But for me, I'm very, I don't want to really, I don't know. I just don't like doing too much.
No, okay. What
Like,
I
if you
hear
don't
is
text me
girls,
for 2
they
days,
say,
I'm not texting you.
they say they want it to come organically. They want that conversation
Naturally.
to come organically. But,
Yeah.
okay.
Most of the time, it doesn't though.
It
That's
doesn't.
my point, babe.
So
Most
let
of
me...
the time,
Yeah.
it
It doesn't,
you
exactly.
You do need to give that little push and be a bit brave and ask them questions, especially if you want certain things like, I don't know, certain criteria met.
Exactly. So this is what I'm saying. I'm siding with the women here, right? Telling you, look, you know what you want. You got to stand up for what you want. Not just be like, oh yeah, I'm the bad bee online, da 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 da. But you don't feel comfortable talking about your wants and your desired outcomes, because I think that's key. And that's how you filter out. You don't filter out you don't weed out the bad guys by, kissing them. You weed out the bad guys by questioning them, scrutinizing.
Putting them on the spot.
Yeah.
I was just like you, honestly. I was just like you. And also when it came to certain conversations, stuff like that, I felt like I held back so much, which is why I didn't get to know the person properly. And obviously that's my fault. And then where I worked on myself for like the past year, that's the first point I noticed. I held back on asking so many important questions that I could have stopped that relationship from going further and stuff. So I feel like it's so important. You don't know this guy, you don't know anything about him. So I feel like it's like, don't worry about hurting his feelings or feeling like you're going to be a bit too much or he's going to run away.
No, with the guy that I went on a date with and that, he's a friend from before.
Ooh.
So it's not like
So
I'm just meeting someone new.
That, yeah?
Oh yes, honey, it had to be done.
Wow, so man's getting leftovers, seconds.
Oh, this is on the whole podcast. Okay, but yeah, I'm just here giving everyone my life story. But yeah, that's what it's about.
He's getting seconds, boy.
Sorry, yeah.
He's watching this right now. I was like, yes, I did a good job.
Exactly. That brings me to a whole new question, because can men and women be friends?
Yeah. I'm friends with one of my exes, and we're I would speak to him on the phone. But before I was with him, this is my ex from before I was with my baby dad. Before I was with him, like, we never ended on a bad note. I was only with him 5 months, like, shorter space of time. But yeah, like, we never ended because it was a great. It depends how you end. We was really good friends, and I just left him because I felt like I couldn't give him what he needed.
Okay, Miss Quiet at the back.
Sorry, did you mean an ex, or do you just mean like just in general?
Just in general.
Oh,
Just in general.
Can you be friends
Just
with
in
your
general. Just in general.
Oh yeah, I feel like in general, yeah. But I feel like a lot of boys feel like, do you know what I mean? Because I wasn't, obviously when I've got in a relationship, I wasn't allowed to have no male mates. I've only got one. I was only allowed to have one, and that's my son's godfather.
Okay.
It's different. Like, it's different to me. I've got a lot of close boyfriends, but I had this one friend, I'm not going to say his name, and he pretended he was my good friend. Like, we was tight. Like, I called him my brother, everything, allowed him into my home, fed him. One night he called my phone. He said, "You're right, Trina, like, I'm really upset, going through it." It was about 11:30 at night. I was like, "Babe, come up. Like, you don't have to go through it." Me being me, he's come up now, talking for a couple hours, everything fine. I've never got any sort of feeling that this guy's ever liked me like that. And like I said, he was my close friend. And yeah, he tried it on with me. And from then, I haven't spoken to him since that day. I literally said, "Get the fuck out of my house. Like, get the fuck out of my house."
That's literally what I was going to say. I disagree with you girls. I don't feel like we can be friends, simply because it depends on the setting, okay? Like, you got work colleagues and stuff like that. Like, you can be amicable and stuff. But men and women weren't created to be friends. And I feel like there's like a certain attraction there. And there's certain, like, I don't know, like a little devil on your shoulder. Like, do you know what I mean? So
No, because you mentioned a good thing, yeah? You went on a date with one of the friends you had. You're just taking him out the friend zone.
Yeah.
So you friend
So he was a friend, but you do gradually
he
move out of
wanted-
that friendship.
but the thing is, like, he was my friend, but like, he wasn't like one of my everyday friends. I've known him for years. "You're right, babe. See you at the shop. You're right, I know you."
No,
Yeah.
I get it. For you, okay. Here's how men say it.
Yeah, but I've got
Eric,
some guys
what's
that
your take?
won't.
What's your take before?
I don't think they can be friends.
No.
But, obviously, there are certain situations, right, where, like, let's say, for instance, you were in a long-term relationship with someone for 20 years, and the relationship is your friends, you got an established friendship, but you're not seeing each other every single day. It's like, how you been, this, that. Both of you got your own things going on. Maybe both of you in a relationship. Those dynamics work for a friendship, right? Because the frequency of contact is less. So you can be friends in those dynamics, but it's, when you break it down, when it boils down, that you can't be friends.
Yeah, but not everyone has the same intentions. I know there is them guys that might, become friends with a female because he does want to get in her knickers or whatever, but it's not necessarily like that all the time. I've got 2 very, very close friends, very, very close friends that I've been friends with for 10 years plus.
Can I ask you a quick question?
I've got changed in front of them. I've slept in the same bed with them. Like, they are my best friends from primary school.
it's because they don't see you like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not physically
yeah.
related
Still
to you.
aware.
Yeah.
No,
so
but-
I can relate to that. I've got a friend, but I'm not attracted to them. and I'm comfortable.
Comfy.
And I'm trying to give out no signals or anything. I'm like, yeah, keeping it professional. Like, so, you know.
But this is my question. Yeah, this is my question to you. So, do you, in all honesty, right? Have you ever felt some type of attraction to him?
No.
To them?
No, I think one of my best friends, Brandon, he's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, gorge. But that's my whole, like, that I see that as my family. Like, I would never look at him in any sort of, like, anything like that. No, but
And
he's
he
absolutely
doesn't-
gorgeous. I'm telling you, he's so beautiful. Like,
No,
he's
I
gorgeous.
get that part. But what I'm saying is,
No, I'm telling you now.
okay, obviously, yeah, big up to him and that.
Yeah, big up, brands.
yeah. So, and he doesn't like practice any alternative lifestyles, like.
No, like, say, like, for instance, like, he'll tell me, oh, Trina, like, some personal questions from a female, things like that. I'll always be there to give my advice. And same way he'll be for me. Like, the other week was at mine, I was getting ready for a date, went back home. Like, he was there with my other friends, you know what I mean? Like, that's one of my boy besties. Like, we've had never, ever shared a kiss, ever. Obviously, he tells me, oh, yeah, you look sexy. Yeah, your bum looks nice in them trousers, Trine. But that's on a friendship, that's on a friendship thing. Like, I'll be like,
Is he
man,
attracted to women?
yeah, he is.
I'm just asking. That's
He
all.
is, yeah, he is.
Fair enough. That's all. Now, well, my take on that is that men and women can be acquaintances in terms of, yes, I know her, but in terms of me coming over to yours and sleeping over, like the example you mentioned, right? Me coming over and sleep, because me and Eric, I can say, no, Eric is a friend. I can go to Eric's house and sleep over. That's calm. Nothing happens, right? And a guy, I go late in the night, sleep over. You go to your mate's house late in the night and everything else. He's thinking, oh, this is my shot. This is my chance to shoot my shot or take advantage of whatever, because there's a crack in her armor and maybe she's feeling some type of way tonight. The reason I say that is because the attraction in terms of men and women is that guys desire women, and some guys will not reveal their motives in fear of getting rejected, right? In fact, they might see you every day and they don't build up the courage, or they don't have the courage to chat you up and say, oh, you look fantastic. Would you want to...
So what are you trying to say, that my best friend, one of my boy best friends, is in love with me?
I didn't say he's in love with you. No, that's not what I said. You're putting words in my mouth. That's not what I said. I'm saying, if you were to drop it on him, if you were to say, look...
He wouldn't. He would say, Trine, are you drunk?
Okay, no. You've never tried, right? I'm saying, if you were to say, look, hey, this is how I'm feeling. Oh, babe, I'm down moment. You know what I mean? Come cheer me up. Do you know what I mean?
He probably would
This is
then.
all yours.
That's what I'm saying.
He probably would then, yeah. If I would probably, like, maybe, I don't know, like, if I was to stick
come
it on him
part,
like that.
come part this thing like the
Yeah, but
like
he knows I'm
Moses
not gonna
parted
do
the
that.
sea and everything else. No, I'm saying if you drop it on him, would he take it in? But if he's to take it in, that means he's an acquaintance. That means he's not your
We've
friend.
never had that conversation though, so I wouldn't sit him and say he would. Like, me and him are like that, like brothers and sisters. And I've only got 3 friends that I would allow to come, 3 boyfriends, should I say, that I would allow to come and stay at my home and, be around my son and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've only got 3 of them. So I do understand when you're saying, not all guys and girls can be friends. But I don't have a lot of guys as friends. I have my 3 guys as friends. And yeah, I would hope that our relationship is genuine and just friends.
Yeah, I agree to that actually. So like I said, if you establish something from the beginning, yeah, if you've established something from the beginning that is solid, and the frequency of contact and the way you set the dynamics, it can work. Mm-hmm. Like I don't think it's at all occasions where you can't be friends with someone.
Yeah.
Because you can talk to a woman, and even though they're attractive, even though opportunity is there, if you've set such a strong foundation from the onset, like when you started, maybe you grew up together from kids, and then, you shared some sort of history that's strong. But on average, although I'm agreeing with you, on average, the normal person, normal guy
With
it's not
intentions
yeah
to do something.
yeah.
And that's why I was so upset with my friend before, and that's why I haven't spoke to him since. This happened in 2019. Like, he was my proper close friend, and I was so upset because then when he tried it on me, I was thinking, has our friendship even been genuine this whole time? Like,
No, but the thing there is, women are oblivious in terms of knowing what the guy feels towards them, and sometimes it can be reversed. The situation can be reversed. A girl likes the guy and she doesn't want to reveal too much, etc., and the guy friend zones her, right? But when men friend zone a girl, they generally still have sex with the girl. But when women friend zone, they're like, no, you are in that group, so don't ever try nothing.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Don't. If you make any comment that's remotely close to being sexual, that's it, you're barred, right? And so men don't reveal that, so they will happily lay around in a car and wait until that crack in your armor shows, and then they'll say, okay, cool, hey, yo, this is my chance to get out of the friend zone. Boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom.
but then the situation with this thing that I just spoke about is my friend that was my friend at the time called my phone late at night, pretended to be proper upset, yeah? So then you can come to my house. I've then let you in my house, and then you've tried to drop it like it's hot. Like you knew what you're trying to come do. It's 11 o'clock at night and you're calling me, telling me you're upset. You're coming here, I'm asking you what's wrong. You can't tell me what's wrong.
You probably got
You've
tired of
lied
waiting.
and said you're upset to the point you're trying to get me to comfort you from a situation that never even happened, just so you can try it on with me.
Yeah, because he probably got tired of waiting in the friend zone. He was like,
Yeah,
yo,
now he ain't got me at all in his life. So
this is my chance of getting in there. So anyways, that's the gist of it, right? That's the gist of it.